If you can master this concept, you are 80% on the way to having a successful business. Kevin Weir, your action business coach, helping you achieve your business dreams. And what I want to talk about today is the identity iceberg. Now, before I get into the concept here, one of the biggest things we have to understand is that business is a mental game. And that if you have the right mentality and the right thinking patterns, you are way on the way to having a great business. The problem is that so many business owners don't have good mindset, don't have good thinking processes, and it derails them. If you can master what I'm going to talk about here for the next several minutes, I can virtually guarantee you that you're going to achieve your business goals. Now, let's go through this. Let's go ahead and use this illustration of an iceberg. Take a look at an iceberg. If I know what an iceberg is, what percentage of an iceberg sits below the water? Yeah, probably about 90%. Okay? So if we think of human behavior in terms of an iceberg, we are only seeing 10% of human behavior. So what is that 10%? Well, the 10% of human behavior we can see are your actions that you take and the decisions that you make. This is what we call your behaviors. Everybody can observe that you're making certain decisions in life. You're taking actions on those decisions. Therefore, the behavior by yourself and everybody around you is observable. And so when we're taking a look at somebody else, so if I look outward, I can see people they're making decisions and they're making actions and therefore exhibiting behaviors. Some of them good, a lot of them not good. Here's the thing. Where do these behaviors stem from? They're not where you think they might be. So your behaviors are starting to come from your skills. What are skills? Skills that you have learned to do over your life. You've learned different skills. You maybe have learned skills in all sorts of things in life. Some of them are good skills. Some of them are not all that great skills. Where do your skills come from? Your skills come from your beliefs. Now, here's a question is, what is the definition of a belief? Belief is something that you hold to be true, whether it's true or not. An example, everyone in the world knows that the world is round, except our people in the Flat Earth Society. They believe that the earth is flat, regardless of all the scientific evidence that says the world is round. So guess what? They have a predetermined belief. I know is not true. So what are your beliefs that you are holding to yourself that are not true? And conversely, what are beliefs that you do hold that are true? So where do beliefs come from? Beliefs come from the values that you have. What are those deep-seated values that control your life? So many values that we have, we've grown up with values, or we've developed values over the years. These are the things that have that deep-seated, Christian religious values. Values of family, values of whatever that looks like in your life. And where do values come from? Values come from your identity. I am. What are the most important words that you say in life? The most important words you say in life are words about yourself, to yourself, when you are by yourself. What are those words that you are saying? Are they positive or are they negative? The thing about this is that you need to think about what you're thinking about. So now, here's the kicker. All of these are controlled by? They're controlled by your environment. I'll give you a good illustration. When an iceberg comes off of the Greenland ice shelf, big old monster, what happens when that iceberg goes into the Gulf Stream and starts moving south? You're right, it starts melting. So your environment that you put yourself into has a direct impact on who you are. Now, I'm going to give you a couple examples of this. Let's say that one of the things right now is you're a smoker and you want to quit. And so you've basically taken actions to, decisions to quit and actions to actually start quitting. Well, here's the thing is, where does the smoking come from? You've developed skills in smoking. Not like there's a lot of skills to smoke. You have a belief that smoking is okay, whether you even realize it or not. You have values that developed is that, that smoking is a part of who you are, and you have created an identity, I am a smoker. And usually what we find out is that you hang out with other people that smoke. You go to places where smoking is fairly comfortable and fairly easy and there's no social stigma. So now the question is that where's the starting point? Well, one of the starting points is you have to start changing your environment. So I want to ask yourself, you're a business owner, and you've got some issues you need to deal with, the first question is, what environment do you put yourself into? Are you putting yourself into an environment that helps you and to be a better business owner, that you're hanging out with fellow business owners that are wanting to help you get to the next level? Or are you hanging out with other business owners or other people who tend to have a negative mindset? So take a look at where your environment is. Now, what's the next step after that? You have to actively start changing your identity. So how do we go about changing an identity? We start what we call with the I am statements. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to talk to yourself and change how you think. Affirmations, as some people call it. And so you can start coming up with, say, 20 affirmations. Let's say it's a smoking. I am smoke-free. I'm in the process of becoming healthy. So some people, if they have an I am statement, they go, it doesn't feel right. Well, tell yourself, I am in the process of becoming. And if you tell yourself that, it has the same effect. Some people feel very uncomfortable. I am worth $1 million. Well, no, you're not. But if you say I'm in the process of being worth $1 million, yeah, they can understand that. So how do we go about changing that? You do that on a daily basis. You start with a series of I am statements that you say 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. Start talking to yourself over and over and over and over again. And even if it feels weird, it feels strange, and it feels artificial, it actually starts becoming natural over time. What does that do? That starts changing your values. You will start changing what you have, that deep-seated belief inside of yourself. And as those values change, your beliefs will start changing. You will have a new set of beliefs that are positive, that you know you can do things. And then that's going to force you to want to learn new skills. And as you learn these new skills, guess what you're going to do? You're going to change your behaviors. You're going to make better decisions. You're going to take better actions. So if you're a business owner and you're struggling within your business and you just don't know what's going on, the first thing you have to look at is environment. Where am I placing myself? Am I that iceberg who's melted into the Gulf Stream and starting to melt? Who are you surrounding yourself with? And then start working on that identity. I am statements, whatever it takes, over and over and over again. A good way also in the environment side of things is, what are you reading? What are you watching? What are the intakes that you bring into yourself? You have to understand that you are exposing yourself in life to things that are either positive or negative. And so what are the books you're reading? What's the videos you're watching? What are the things that you let into yourself? That's your environment. You have to actively change that, and therefore then start changing their identity, which will change your values, which will change your beliefs, which will change your skills, which will then change your behaviors. Is any of this easy? No, it is not. But what's the alternative? Do nothing and stay right where you are? I don't think so. So I want you to start taking a look at, where do you sit on an identity iceberg? And what do you need to do to change your environment, to change all of these things, to have the results that you want? If you want to talk with me and talk a little bit about where you are and what you need to work on in your business, click below. There's a little sheet called the 28 questions. It's going to give you an evaluation of what things you need to work on in your business. And let's talk and let's figure out how to get you to get the business of your dreams. Go out there, make it a great day.